this Smoke Fang game. I'm just gonna play a little bit of Dragon Age Inquisition. Um, I've already played a little bit with this. I already have two other characters, but I think for this stream, what I'm gonna do is for like this thing for the channels is I'm gonna make a whole brand new character, show you the layout. As you can see, this is for PS4. And the graphics here already look amazing. Like you can see the detailing on the shield and the armor of the Templars over there. And we get the little mages over there, little staffs. Um, this is made by EA Games and BioWare. Um, I know I'm a little behind on the times here. This game came out, I think, in about 2014, 2015, about 3 years ago. Um, I just got into it, let's face it, because I'm a cheapskate. Shit, and, 15 bucks at GameStop. But it's still a really good game. Um, it's one of those fantasy type games where it's going to take a little bit to get good. You got to find your weapons and stuff. But we'll dive more into that. So here's the startup screen. Here we go. And what we're going to do is I am going to show you the new game modes here, how to create a character, and with this, what I love about it, it incorporates what happened uh, that leads to the events of the game by this title screen. What you have here is a little brief history. The mages and the Templars, they're going to the Conclave, which is that building straight up there, to meet with a peace treaty to form an alliance to work together and come together by their holy person known as the Divine. Um, we'll get more into that, but here we go. New game. Alright. Now, just like any game, you pick your race here. You can be human, elf, dwarf. I'm gonna go with the Quinari. Um, when it comes to fantasy games, I know a lot of people will go with either human or an elf, or maybe sometimes even a dwarf. I like to go with the more exotic of all races because it's interesting to me. It's like you're playing a fantasy game, you might not go all out and be, you know, you know, an actual fantasy creature rather than, be a human with pointy ears or a short human, basically. So I think I'll be a let's do a female Quinari in classes like any other game. You have a rogue, but with this one, and you have you have different things with them. Like here, rogue, you can be a rogue with a dual wielding, which you can just do daggers and swords. You can be strictly all about archery, which is that range attack. Warrior, which is two-handed. You have two-handed warrior and sword and shield. Two-handed is mauls, great axes, great swords, big, strong weapons that are slow, but they do a hell of a lot of damage. Sword and shield, you have that great blocking capacity, stunning with the shield, and then you have your stabby or bludgeoning, whatever floats your boat. Then the simple mage, just cast spells, heal, do whatever. For this Quinari, we're gonna go two-handed, and we're gonna do normal. There we go. So I'm gonna be a female Quinari, two-handed warrior on normal difficulty. And we're going to start in the default world. Um, But yeah, the loading screen, like I said, even the loading screens here are detailed. What's good about the load screen here is that it's smoother. Like here, like it was like almost like less than 10 seconds of load time. So now the game's loading up. Alright, so this is where your character starts. Alright. Very ominous. Now we can go into more in depth. Let's see. What kind of female Quinari should I be? Oh, no. Do that. General. Let's see. What kind of one should I get her? She's a warrior, so I need to make it. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do that one. Being a warrior, she needs to look intimidating. Hair color. You know what? Let's boom. Just make it white. Just the contrast.
I just hope I can help.
You leave me no choice.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
We go with that.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Alright, now we do head. Nope, everything's gonna be fine there. Now eyes. So, good thing about this game too is like you can you can color the outer iris to whatever you want. So let's see. Let's give her. Let's give her the light outer and a darker. There we go. At one point, I had to delete one of my other female Canaries because I made her look like freaking Nicki Minaj, which was funnier than hell. It was. I found it hysterical. See here, the makeup. You can do eyeshadow. I think we'll make this all white. Underbrow. Just to match the hair. Eyelash. We'll give her a nice black. Eyeliner. With that black too. Blush. Yeah. Let's make this fun. Like I said, you're playing a fantasy game. Be fantasy. Here we go. Alright, now you can rename her or rename your character anyway, or it randomizes the character. I like the name Hera. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Hera, our Quinari two-handed warrior. Like I said, this game is amazing. It's detailed. I recommend it for anybody who just enjoys fantasy type games and, you know, just enjoys a good story. Like I said, I played this with two other characters. It has a great story. It wraps you in. It makes you really want to play. And with, for me, any game, you know, any game I play, it's all about whether or not the story, you know, the story pulls me in. If it pulls me in, then I'll play it. If I can predict everything, say, oh, if I do this, this is just going to happen, but it's boring to me. So, it doesn't have to be the same for you or anybody else. Alright. Uh, Feel free, you guys. I want this also to be a thing where you guys tell me, like, hey, you know, Smoke Fang, why don't you take this approach, or why don't you get this weapon? Hey, do they have this kind of weapon? Go for that. You know, this. I want you guys to be involved in this too. Have fun. Let's have fun with this. This is our character. I have my two sets that I already have a game plan and everything else I want. But Hera is going to, let's make it our character. You know, whatever you guys want it to be. Like, you wanted her to have a great sword, we'll have a great sword. That's all we'll go for. You want a great sword battle axe, we'll go great sword and find a battle axe. It's all what you would like.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
It's also a good thing about this game is you get to choose what kind of character it is. It's for those who are familiar with the old Xbox game Fable. This is kind of like Fable, to where you get to pick, like, you know, I can be sympathetic and go, hey, that's horrible, or be like, you think I did it, or I just keep my mouth shut. So I think for Hera, we'll just do remain silent.
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
Again, okay, now, you know, like a lot of them get emotional response. Like, this one's more of attacking, this one shows sympathy and emotions. This one's like the tough person's like, okay, what are we gonna do now? And this one is just like, okay, what just happened? What's going on? So with her remaining silent, I think we'll go this route.
Whatever you think I did, I'm innocent.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you.
Just a marveling of the detail in this game. Like, from the dirt to even the little strands of the leather in the armor. Like, you can see every finite detail in this game, and this game is amazing. Like, every detail. Like, look at the trees, look at the brush and the grass on the ground. It's
a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour.
It's amazing.
Not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion of the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
Let's investigate.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not
You think so?
responsible?
Someone is. And you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
Remember, kids, guilty until proven innocent. Decent game logic. Alright, so we will go with that one.
So if I do what you want, will I live through it?
We have no way of knowing.
Reassuring, Cassandra. Very reassuring. You want me to help you, but you can't promise my safety. Kind of like every D&D campaign. I need your help. Can't guarantee you survive, though.
They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not
a start.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Alrighty.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
Like I said, this game is amazing in detailing. I mean, look at BioWare and EA did not spend no expense on making this game believable. As far as, you know, you walk in the snow, you leave footprints, you know, smoke, fire. It is 100% believable. And the characters are not just two-dimensional. They have thoughts, feelings. You can feel when
Pulses are coming fast.
one is angry, one is saddened, one is
The
trying
larger
to
the
figure
breach
out their
grows,
life
the more risk
purpose
we
at this
take,
point.
the more demons we face.
I mean,
How did I survive the blast?
it isn't.
They said you stepped out of a rift.
It isn't.
then
It's
fell
an
unconscious.
amazing.
They
It is
say
an
a
amazing
woman was
game.
in the rift behind you.
Let's do it this way. I'm going to audio. Turn it on for conversations and ambient, which means even while we're
No one knows
walking,
who she was.
hopefully they'll.
Everyone thought Stay behind me.
11 o'clock at night. You can do it. And whatever class you pick, the weapon choice is going to be either going to be a bow. With us, it's got a two-handed great sword.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
Make me.
A demon attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
You don't need to fight.
Are you saying it won't happen again?
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. Your life is threatened enough as it is.
And one thing I like to point out too, with this, which is amazing,
Take these
you know our
notes.
responses in the beginning
Make a
part of
note
the game,
what we will
like where you
face.
just you can say, "Well, I'll come willingly," or you know, whatever you do.
At the
It will
forward
dictate
camp,
her
we'll fight.
response at this point.
We are on our
Like if
own
you
for
chose
now.
to, okay, I'll help you out. I want to do this. She will say, like, you know, I must remember you chose to do this willingly, and vice versa, depending on whatever, you know, whatever responses you gave. And loot. If there is something to loot, loot it. Shift right click, loot everything. It's mostly you find great gear. Great
There,
gear
watch out.
and
If
most
we
of your
flank
gold
them,
too.
we may gain the advantage.
if we flank them, we'll grab an advantage. Yeah, and then Cassandra just runs down. Loot. Alright, so we found, I'm gonna go to my inventory. We found armor. What we found was a Vivitar. What a Vivitar does is like the helm. It'll give me defense, more defense. With the Kunari is like face paint almost. It's a face paint. It's not like a regular helm, like a human or a dwarf or an elf would wear. It's literally face paint. See, I am wearing face paint, therefore I am armored on my head, I guess. Game logic, but hey, it's cool. It adds a sense of uniqueness to the game, rather than just going and getting X armor for this, or I want a helmet, I want a cool
Up on
helmet.
the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Ooh, that was close. Now, mind you, with two-handed weapons, you do not move as quick as you would with one sword and shield or a rogue with
Dead.
just daggers or anything else. So, you know, be aware. With great damage comes less mobility. With more mobility, less damage. But again, good thing about fantasy type games like this, it is your choice. However you decide you want your character to be.
Ah! They're falling from the breach!
So however you want your character in this game to fight is all up to you. And I've played both all classes. You know, they're all fun in their own way. But me personally, I'm a DPS dude. I'd rather be up in the fray fighting. And I know they'll come after me, even in fighting. So chances, I'd rather say, no, screw it. I'm not going to be just sitting back there shooting when I know eventually they're going to come after me. So it's like I'm going to charge in, do my damage, and leave. Let's see what we can find. Like I said, get a chance also in certain times, just look around, see, look, you can find loot over here, Look, I found 61 gold. Gold will get you a lot. Like in Skyrim or any other game, it will help out a lot. So just loot as much as you can.
We're
If you are
getting
familiar,
close to the rift. You
if
can
you are
hear the
familiar
fighting.
with Skyrim,
Who's
be a
fighting?
Khajiit.
You'll
Fight.
see soon. We
Not
must help
fight.
them.
You know, be a Khajiit. Steal everything as much as you can. The good thing about this too is you can steal inside camps, and they're not going to be like, "Oh, wait a minute, you're stealing." No, they're like, "Here, take it. You helped us." Now, some of you play Dragon Age, you may recognize some characters. I'm not sure. I think this is the aftermath of Dragon Age.
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
Yeah, let me see if I can turn it up a little bit.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Aren't all tag-alongs, you know... I'm gonna go with nice crossbow. Aren't all
That's
tag-alongs
a nice
tag-alongs
crossbow you
unwelcome
have
in some
there.
degree?
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade. Far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
This is true. We all die together.
I'm just trying to get through this alive.
Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed,
You do
I find
know
it
I have a
difficult to
name.
imagine any mage
I'm
having such
standing
power.
right there. Why do you keep
Understood.
calling me prisoner?
We
I
must
have a
get
name.
to the forward
Call me
camp
by my name.
quickly.
Even call me
Well-
Hungry, I don't care.
Bianca's excited.
Hell, look at this. His crossbow gets better name coverage than me. Come on, what the hell?
This way, down the bank. The road ahead
Screw
is
you.
blocked.
Oh, shit.
We must move quickly.
I will move quickly as soon as I find loot. See? Loot. I take. Oh, see? Look at that. Now let's see if it does any good damage. Look at that. We have a barbarian. Yeah, 70 compared to a 68. I will that mofo. Let's go. Look at that beauty. Look at the detail. Let's go. I'm. Oh. Oh. Miss me, Cassandra? I'm not gonna run. It's like where am I gonna go? Death in front of me, death behind me. I've never actually explored back here. What's any good shit back here? There is. There's loot. What loot do I have? And 13 gold.
Demons ahead.
Oh,
Glad you brought me now,
iron.
Seeker.
Iron. See, guys, never know what you find. Loot. They're down there. Someone see who's up here. Any good shit up here? Any good shit? No, just wait. Iron. Iron will come in handy for crafting. You can craft often. You can get good schematics for good weapons and everything. What's good about this game too is this. I don't know how it works for the Xbox One, but for the PS4, if you press here, it brings up known as what, as you see on the screen, the tactical camera, and now I can direct characters to do stuff like I'm going to basic attack this shade using my D-pad. I'm going to go down to Cassandra. I'm going to have Cassandra taunt, challenge that one to a fight. We will have Solus create a barrier for us, and then Varric with Bianca. He will take a shot at this one. So, also, what's great about this is, again, you can select anything here to attack, but at the same time, again, these are all controls for the PS4. They'll teach you how to play this if it's for the Xbox One. But if you hold R2, it advances the time, sending your characters out to do their own thing. And it's almost like you're not even fighting. But I'd rather fight. By doing in real time fighting, I can actually control whether or not my character does. Oopsie, loot. I loot this one. What I get? Shadow of Essence. Oh, there's a building over here. I totally did not know this. It's a good thing I'm playing this again, because I missed out on a lot of good stuff. Yes, demons are falling from the sky, and I'm doing a home invasion. Loot. Silver bracelet. I'm gonna steal this person's money. Anything else of value here I want to take? For the cause, of course. Nope, that's it. It's a trap. Alright, so that's done. Supposed to go up there, but again, oh, loot. I'll take that. I want to see what else is up here. Like I said, guys, when I first played my first couple of characters, my first two, I should say, all I did was run through the story. Like, all I did was just go through to objective A, B, and just went from there. I really didn't explore this. So me seeing this is the first time too, so I'm pretty stoked. I may just have to create, another character, a two-handed character, just to get this axe, because this freaking axe is sweet. What the hell? I completely missed a lot of this. Hello. No, they are not. How did I miss all these people? How did I miss all this the first time I played this? It shows you that you should not just go through and just go through the story. Point A to point B. Get me up a little bit. Starting off, my armor is shit. Loot, and I get light, something's amulet. No, there's one over there. Boop. What do I get over here? What did I get? Oh, really? This guy just carried iron. What a waste. Do you have anything? No? Templar? No? See? I bet Ezio killed you.
We had Kunari and Kirkwall. A whole boatload of them. They were your typical cheerless sort, then they tried to take over the city and kill everyone. But I'm guessing you don't actually follow the Qun, do you? You're Talvishoth.
Afraid I'll try to convert you to the Qun.
Well, you haven't recited a single quote from the Prophet Kuslu yet. So unless you're trying to stay on the Seeker's good side, I'd say that's pretty telling.
See, a lot of this dialogue I missed. So,
are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
alrighty. So, and what's a good thing about this game too, the NPCs actually do something.
I
You
hope
can-
Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Like, these guys actually will, if you set them out and leave them alone to kill an enemy, they legitimately will do the work for you. Unlike most NPCs, like in Halo, I'm not saying Bungie, I'm not saying the game's bad, I just find it hysterical that these Marines said, we will help you, we will do this. Within a few seconds of fighting, they're all dead. It's like, and how did you help me by chance?
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly! They keep coming! Help us!
Aye, Captain. Are you ready, kids? No, I am not going to do this. I am not going to do
Hurry! Use the mark!
Yay, level 2. Alright, so this is where we're going to level up. Oof. Alright, so when whatever class you pick, weapon and shield, this is for those that are going to be the sword and shield type. This is our two-handed fighter, which is what we are. Battle Master is a little bit of both. You know, then you have the Vanguard, which, you know, can't help. But let's see which one. Let's see. I want to do Shield Breaker or go here. You know, well, let's see. What is? Oh shit. What does this one do? Oh yes, I love this one, but I can't. I'm gonna wait till next level to do that. I think I'll do. You'll do that. Alright. And what's also good about this is using your D-pad again when, because your NPCs in your party will level up too, and you can level them up here as well, depending on how you want them to battle. Like Cassandra obviously is sword and shield, so I'm gonna level her with sword and shield, unless depending if I want her to be a two-handed. But I think I'll keep her at sword and shield. Solas will be difficult because these are all very beneficial. For Varric, I'm going to keep him mostly with my ranged. He is going to be my ranged attacker, maybe a little bit of sabotage and subterfuge. But mostly, he is going to be my ranged.
Open the gate.
Right away, Cassandra.
He's going to be my range support, you would say.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor
Was there
Roderick,
any doubt?
this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Valroyo to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk. A
You
bureaucrat.
Get him,
And you
Cassandra.
are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead.
Too soon,
Must
bro.
elect her
Too soon.
replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Yeah, say it.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
You shouldn't even be here. Call
Harsh,
a
bro.
retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me.
Risky.
Abandon this now.
I like that.
Before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Why are you asking me?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, a very good point. I've actually done both ones. We'll take the mountain path.
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
I really hope one of these times I get to kill him. Look at the detail in every step that you take in the snow. It leaves a genuine imprint. These are the kind of games I love to play because of the fact that it's a fantasy game, but it keeps that realism of that detail. Look at this. Look at the detail of the mountain and the structure, the towering structure here. No detail was not left. You can see every crevice of the wood, splints of the wood, the moss in between the rocks. I mean, it's just simply breathtaking. And I know people are looking at this like, marveling at the graphics. I'm like, come on. You play the game for the story, but if the game looked like crap, would you still play? I mean, the graphics would pull you in. Like, let's face it, look at that battle axe. If that was just a genetic battle axe with no interest, it would be no different than...
soldiers are in there somewhere?
It'd be no different from no different than any other battle axe. So what would make this one special? You know, you gotta look at it that way. Let's rock and roll. That's actually the first time I actually used it successfully. Don't wait for me. Maybe we should kill you.
Make her take you.
Again, guys, look for loot. You could find loot. You will never know what you could find in here. Though I'm fascinated by this. So, I can go on and on about the graphics in this game. I mean, I did originally play the original Dragon Age, and that was good, mostly because of the story behind it, the in-depthness of the characters. Like, BioWare and the team really went all out on this series of games to make each character in a way relatable to somebody, you know. You guys playing this game, like, oh, you know, I sympathize with these people because of the hardship they went through, or I really despise that character. You know, with me, I despise the Grand Chancellor because he's just a raging dick. Here you are wanting to execute me, and clearly I've already proven that I am kind of the only character close in the breach here, and all you care about is seeing me execute. I have a sneaking suspicion that he's a part of what happened at the conclave. I'm already forming an opinion. Let's place bets here. How many of y'all believe that he's responsible, or at least has some kind of responsibility of what happened at the conclave? Let's face it. He probably had some part to play.
Yes, we found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to our Kunari friend here.
Thank you. As you should. Oh, sorry. I mean, after all. Ow. Look you guys. The thing about this, while they're fighting, I can close the rift. or at least disrupt it. Now, there are two ways to do this to close the rift. One, you can disrupt it to where its health bar goes down, or
Lieutenant, you're alive.
the other way is you defeat all the demons that it shoots out. But if you choose to disrupt it during battle, you run the risk of seeing all the demons that came out were killed, so therefore not kill it. Now, you run the risk, if you do that without killing the demons first, you run the risk of actually...
As before, you are becoming quite proficient at this.
You run the risk of getting
Let's hope
hit.
it works on the big one.
Thank
Look
you,
at the
lady, you
detail on
finally
that
arrived,
armor.
Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much
Every
longer.
crevice of a leather. That's
Thank
leather
our
armor
prisoner,
at its
Lieutenant.
finest.
She insisted
Prisoner,
we come
prisoner,
this way.
I have a name.
The prisoner?
I have a freaking name.
Then you...
I'll be nice.
It was worth saving you, if we could.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The
Guys
way
shouldn't
into
have to
the
call him
valley
by name.
behind us is clear for the moment. Go,
Oh,
while
I
you
keep
still
saying
can.
prisoner. I have a name.
Quickly, let's move!
I called you female. Soldier.
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's
Well, except
hurry
for
before
the
that
Grand Chancellor,
changes.
I'll just call him Captain Asshat. You be Captain Asshat.
Down the ladder. That's the way to the
I
temple.
wish we could rename characters. I would so name the Chancellor Captain Asshat. Or Butt Plug. One of the two. Something fitting. Whee! Yeah, make sure you guys slide down that. I made the mistake once I walked off of it. It hurt. Oh shit! Like I almost did there. In case in point.
So, holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will
Yes.
consider how this
It
happened.
is very
once the
true.
immediate
Explosions
danger
are
is past.
fun. From a distance. Never ever stand
Temple of
close.
Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Let's go over here. I mean, hell. So far, exploring different areas got me a freaking battle axe. Wow. These must be the people. Wow, I just realized that. These skeletal remains here are the people that came to the conclave. The fire was so hot, it killed them instantly, but they stayed in that sense. That, I'm not gonna lie, that is slightly terrifying. Can you imagine the pain that they went through? Or at least you would hope that it was, it was quick. Alright, so I'm not sure if I can wear the scalp. Nope. It's for a dwarf or a human, or an elf. So, what we can do is, the good thing about this is too is it'll also give you a preview of what it will look like on, what it will look like on Cassandra, what it will look like on Solus, and what it will look like on Varric here. Let's see. I think the better of the ones would be him, because he needs more armor. What does this do? When a blow is about to drop, the amulet shatters and heals the character for a specific amount. That is worth having. You can see all your crafting materials. We're not going to go through that. would be like, you know, to be in a room and all of a sudden it just explodes. Like, it makes you did they see it? I mean, do they know it happened? Or it was just instant, loud, a loud bang, all of a sudden you heard nothing. And then next thing you know, you're dead. And the only way you know that is by going up to wherever you are and you're looking at how this happened. So it's terrifying to think of.
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Careful is my name. You would know that because I'm just called prisoner to you people.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
Oh, sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess?
Shit.
The person who created the breach.
Do you know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker?
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple.
I actually... Oh, shit. Wrong one.
Corrupted it.
I actually want to know what red lyrium does. To answer your question, my lord, yes, I have indeed heard of this red lyrium, and of which you speak of. A single piece of it surfaced in the eastern city of Kirkwall, and its influence alone was nearly enough to cause the city's destruction. As near as we can determine, it is regular lyrium that has been somewhat corrupted. Those who have touched the red lyrium or even come near it report that it sings to them like whispers in the mind that slowly drive them mad. We do not know, however, that what might stem from extended contact with the red lyrium. Madness, surely, but would there be a physical corruption as well? What would happen if a mage or a Templar used red lyrium as they use regular lyrium? Far more disturbing is the fact that lyrium could be corrupted at all. Treat any red lyrium you encounter as if it was poison. Do not go near it, do not attempt to destroy it, and most importantly, do not use it. For a potentially burned letter of an unknown writer. Oh. So that time is...
Whatever you do, don't touch it.
It's just don't go near it.
The sacrifice still.
Someone help me!
That is Divine Justinia's voice. That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Slay the Canary.
I love how it's calm in that.
You were there!
Screaming
Who
aloud and
attacked?
everything else. Like,
And the
what's
Divine,
going on
is
here?
she...
I don't
Was
understand.
this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't
Shit.
remember.
Really
What
bad
happened
shit.
here? The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Yeah. Bring it on, boys. Now, this fight with that guy was simply badass.
Now!
Disrupting the rift would help defeat him.
We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Because it knocks him down slightly so you can actually do some stuff to him. But I will admit, like I said, this indeed is hella detailed and graphics wise. Look. Amazing as this creature. Andrew. It's okay. He's trying to kill you. You're marveling at its beauty. Well, yeah, at least when I'm going to die, at least want something beautiful to, somewhat aesthetically pleasing to kill me.
More coming through the rift.
You don't want something, you know, god awful to destroy. That'd be bad.
What down?
Ow. Stop hitting me. I'm trying to do something. How rude. Don't you have any manners? Didn't where these people teach you manners? Ow. Take that. Oh. That. That's the other thing about this is that if you select a character to follow you and you don't switch back to the main one, you will be fighting as that character. It said low health. How are you at low health? Higher health. Die at any time now.
Now! Seal the rift! Do it!
That thing was doing a pride demon. It's powerful. As everybody looks. What was that? Oh shit, not again. Oh, dear.
I didn't know you were awake. I
I
swear.
walked on another woman. Let's see. Should I do it's alright? Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid?
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing,
My
just
pink
like the mark
lips.
on your hand.
That's what it was. She was stunned by the beauty.
It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
So a trial happens now, I suppose.
I don't know anything about that. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
At once. At once. You dropped it. It's mine. So guys, you will never know what you will find in these areas.
That's her. That's the Herald of Unjust.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
Chancellor Roderick says the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
Have you gone completely mad?
Possibly.
He should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The Conari failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Hell yeah, Secret. Give her hell. My turn. Let's go.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable,
You're walking
but
a
it
dangerous
is still
line.
a
You're
threat.
about to piss me off.
I will not ignore it.
Yes.
Let me guess. You need my help.
You have done plenty. Your actions will be taken into account by the new Divine.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone Most Holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
Yes, you are.
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I have a name.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Divine intervention.
The Maker
Well,
sent
that's
her to us in our darkest hour.
You realize I'm Kunari?
I have not forgotten. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
Not for you to decide either, Captain
You know
Asshat.
what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
Yeah. Jackass.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers, and now no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine, and then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
That's kind of harsh. It's kind of sad, too.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Promise me I can kill the Chancellor, please. It's all said and done. Can I kill him? Please, please. That would make the Qunari very happy. Let me kill you. So that's just the intro into this game. I mean, you saw how everything is. So you should be afraid, Chancellor. Look at my schnauzer new outfit. It's Gucci. Gucci. And ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Now we get into the actual game. That's the introduction of how this everything is now. Wait, I'm level 3. So I believe I can now level up. Yes, okay. So we will now do this one. I love this kind of aspect of it, bringing an opponent closer to you. It is by far probably one of the best things. Okay, now you get to see, you know, how we can level up Cassandra, Varric, and Salas. Let's see. Bear mauls the wolves using techniques perfected by Marcellian Cavaliers, whatever. You can't be flanked by enemies, and you're less likely to be staggered when hit from the front. I think she will benefit from that. Warrior's Resolve. You fight all the harder when you're hurting, gaining stamina when you lose health. 10% for every 10% health lost. You know, I think she would do that. So there. All right. So now for Solace. Okay. So he already has frost. So let's get him some fire. Flash fire. You ignite an enemy with a searing pain and send them fleeing in panic. Let's do that one. Yes. Oh shit. Then let's do this. Wouldn't hurt to have some chain lightning. Never hurts. Okay, now Varric. Keeping to his range. First blood or death from above. I don't know if we'll have him ever being elevated, so we'll keep him there. And then sabotage. Poison weapons look like it hurt. The worst mistake your enemies can make is to let you see that them flinch whenever you score a critical. Ooh. But I think better would be this one. Be poison. That way, you know, he can at least, we have damage over time as well as him doing massive damage. Okay, now let's see. Still no armor. So now go inside.
Does it trouble you?
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Sounds like fun.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor.
Hey, Vert, you're gonna plunge me into the world of hurt and probably death. I'm gonna have some fun.
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Sup, sir?
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
Yep.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
You're even taller than I'd heard.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Can't you simply ignore them?
If only that were possible.
Some are calling you, a Kunari, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick.
I always look at Lady
no doubt.
Montevade.
It
It has
limits
like
our options.
this
Approaching the
I
mages or
love you
Templars
look.
for
Like, please
help is
take me
currently
there.
out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure how I should feel.
The Chantry has decided that for you, it seems.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong. So if I wasn't with the Inquisition...
Well, let's be honest, they would have censored us no matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options.
Everybody hates me so far. But yeah, I'm the great poster child for recruitment.
My scouts are posted on the ridges in case there's...
It's like, hey, everybody seems to hate you. Why don't you go recruit people? Yeah, because that makes sense. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we have feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That would be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we have been unable to get through the fighting. Not yet. So... So this is the war room. Pretty much what you do is you can do this, and you can send different people to do it. We'll send Lady
Let's see what we have.
Liana to do it. Each one of them has a timer, so you know.
At your service.
And it's pretty much just like, it's almost Stratego in a way. I foobarred it up. I should have used Josephine for this one.
All right.
Well, we'll see what happens. No rest, no reward. We're all dead. Alright, so this is the war room. The war table. Pretty much what it is you pick either the Orlays or the Ferelden. Each one of them has different missions. Like as you saw here, you get scout. You have different places here you can go, different missions to do, and it helps increase over time. Or go to here, which is Valroy, which is the capital city of this area, where, as you heard from the Chancellor, where he wants me to be sent off to. Well, not me, but your character to be sent off to for trial. Trial, most likely by means of, he wants, the whole point for him is that he believes that your character is the reason for,
I didn't realize any of Leliana's
Divine Justinia's death, and
well, what you hear, take it.
Oh,
you're her. Thrin.
Everybody
Inquisition
believes, not everybody, but most of them believe that you survived, so therefore you're the reason why she's dead. You know a lot more than what you're getting, what you're leading on.
What do you do?
And your point is you're trying now to recruit, saying, hey, I ain't nothing to do with this, but I'm here to help. It's kind of like modern day. Hey, you survived, this person did, you killed them, prove my innocence, join me and I'll help. Well, why should I join you? What's in it for me,
How does someone end up
But,
as quartermaster?
again, great storyline. I mean, you can have your character, what's the great thing about it is you can have your character completely against this. Like, I just want to live, I want to do my own thing, I don't want to help you, but at the same time, helping you ensures my survival. So the only reason why I'm helping you is so I can live. Or, you can,
Your loyalty to the man you served is admirable, quartermaster.
You can go about it being the most noblest person here and going, I don't care what happens to me, I'm going to help you, I want to fight for you. Or you can be completely neutral, it's like, whatever. Just point me to the place you need me to go.
And we betrayed him. I
So,
apologize.
it's-
Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
So,
Farewell. Make her go with you.
it's one of those
Find
interesting
anything we need? Can I help you with something?
games that were,
What did you mean when you mentioned requisition?
it's interesting in the fact that there's so much you can do. That's why you saw on the left side of my left side over here, yeah, where it showed up that every decision I made,
You find some iron and a good logging site. Maybe
every
Harry
decision I
can
made,
better weapons.
it said such and such slightly approves, disapproves, approves. I have a feeling that will come into play later, but it shows that, hey, this person is willing to go the extra mile to help us. We don't have to pretty much bend their arm in a way. Say, hey, you're going to do this, help us out, blah, blah, blah.
Look who's back from
so-
the dead. Again, I shouldn't be surprised. You Oxmen are tough as old
It's
leather.
it's really fun. It is.
It has been a rough few days.
That's an understatement. And more ahead if the weather is any indication. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Farewell.
Oops.
You're back. And in one piece.
Is there anything I can do
So
to
yeah,
help
this
out?
is
We're fine as far as raw
Tell me what you guys think.
I only wish I'd been
This is
able
going
to
to be
find
an
past the
ongoing
Tages
thing
because
with
old
the
bastard
balance
was
power
something
between
special.
Dragon Age
He died in
Inquisition,
the conclave.
and we'll do a little bit of
There's no
Skyrim.
point too busy dealing with
Few
the
things I'm going to play when they come out is
Farewell.
I'm looking forward to Destiny 2. I am so looking forward to that. It is just like the most. I don't really get hyped mostly about games. Mostly I get hyped about like Pokemon. Like I enjoy the Pokemon games. I am so looking forward to Ultra Sun and Moon. Despite what a lot of people think, they're going, "Oh, it just looks stupid," and everything else. Like, yeah, but you guys said that about Black and White 2. You guys said that about, X and Y. Everybody says these games are stupid until they actually play them. Give us a chance. Like, especially when people are like, "Oh, dusk form Lycanroc."
The chosen of Andraste. The blessed hero sent to save us all.
Just,
Am I riding
give it a
on
try.
shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary.
I find this funny. Griffins are extinct.
I've journeyed
not
deep
dragons.
into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost
I kind of run on a dragon.
I've
That'd be
watched
awesome.
as hosts of spirits
I really
crash
love
and
Andraste.
reenact bloody
Rise of
past
Dragon.
in ancient
Like,
wars
yeah,
both
screw all
famous
you
and
people.
forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
The kind who makes the world a better place.
It isn't always that easy, but I wish you luck. I will stay then, at least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodated, but you understand my caution.
Your fears don't matter. Screw you, Baldy. You don't. Your fears about your magic stuff don't matter. But I was in this position too, I'd be kind of scared. It's a mage rebellion, and you're a mage. Yeah, you kind of suck right now.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Honestly, I don't think anybody has the power to seal the breach. I think it's just... If I know how most fantasy games work, it's probably going to be in the lines of no one really knows how to seal that thing. It's one of those, you probably have to go inside to actually do it. Which, again, knowing fantasy games, gonna suck. Which means probably people are going to die. A lot of them.
Just rumors. And how much did you need?
10 sacks. Oh, Maker, you're here. You're the Herald of Andraste. And you were sent to test us. To see whether we would accept a Cunari as Andraste's chosen. I think everyone is worthy of love. The Maker just makes some of us larger and greyer than others. I'm Flisser. Can I get you a drink?
It's all right, Flisser. I won't do anything frightening.
I wouldn't mind. As I said, I'm Flisser. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You said Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, mate. I managed the name back in Denver. When I heard interesting gossip, I passed word to Leliana. Sometimes it was helpful. He asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adarn is Haven's apothecary. making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thread the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrit. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also my knave. He studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Look, a fantasy game wouldn't be a fantasy game without a bard and a passed out drunk. Yeah. Hey, all we need is a tavern brawl. This is really good. Let's go. Come on. Who wants to fight? Oh. 2 passed out drunks. 3 passed out drunks. We exceeded the norm. Great role model for kids. I'm an asshole. But I hope you all are enjoying said assholery.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
None of this shit should have happened.
You don't know the half of it. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
And that's why I love Varric as a character. Like, he is so down to earth. Like, he's not like a typical character that boasts you up. He goes, "The fuck are you doing here? Run." And it's like, it's like, I wish I could, but, you know, you can't. Damn plot's got me hooked. Both figuratively and literally. I can't just click on her and goes, character wishes to run, screaming, saying, "Fuck y'all's bullshit," and run.
I don't see why we need to use siege equipment. We're not laying siege
to it. I love that logic. I don't know why we're building siege equipment. We're not sieging anything. And it's like, this is true. Why are we building siege equipment in a stationary fort? Hey, like I said, I just run around, chop, chop, stabby, stab.
I spoke with Commander Cullen.
No one cares.
Apologise for what I said earlier.
Now's the opening. What can you tell me of Redcliffe?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
Their attack? Do you have information confirming that the mages were responsible?
Well, I had assumed.
Don't. Our job is to acquire actionable information. Assumptions can lead you to overlook something vital.
When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
If the Inquisition wants to feel the easy how it needs better.
Oh, and who are you to be
mind me, I'm just stealing all your shit. I really hope you don't mind. Not y'all can do anything about it.
Expected you to buy? I'm Harry. When everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
It doesn't really matter in the long run.
Of course it does. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades good against bandits.
How does this armor feel? That's supposed to protect you from harm. It don't matter in the long run. The fuck answer is that? Hey, Smoke Tank, you're the one that answered.
You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. You should have what you want just outside.
Alrighty. Like I said earlier, when it comes to crafting, let's do the armor. This is... Oops. This is what it is actually is you gotta find schematics. Schematics here will tell you what you need to build and everything else. It will give you leeway. So for this, which is our defender arms, it's going to take 7 iron and 4. You can do 4 orcs, or I can do 4 summoning. Now this will give me 4% stagger on being hit. This will add plus 40 to my maximum health. I recommend, if you're going to be this kind of build, go with stamina and go with health. Because you're going to be in the fray and swinging. Two-handed weapons takes a lot of stamina. You're going to be slow. You're going to be hit a lot. So I would recommend anything that will boost your stamina, anything that will boost your health. So we will go with this one. As you see, we now have everything here. And we hit craft. We have vigorous defender male. Okay, so we crafted it. We'll go to our inventory. Now we can now equip it, because right now we have that. We can put this on, which goes from our 55 health to that. And as you can see on the bottom here where it says core stats, that 40% health went up. So now my health is up even a little bit more, plus my armor went up. But I still need to work on my stamina and probably get some of my defenses going. So that is probably where the next step is going to lie in that. We also have upgrades, which is this. If you hit square, it will lead you to, to a place where it'll tell you more about your item. Let's see, I'll go to weapons. Alright, so I found a Barbarian Lord Maul. If I hit square, it gives me the stats. It's a rare maul, does 114 DPS, 113 damage, plus 8 strength. But it requires me to be level 4 to use it. You press square again, it shows a side-by-side comparison of, each weapon, saying if I continue to use the Barbarian Battle Axe, it's obviously less, but I'm still level 3. This requires level 4. So we'll hold on to that. Oops. And let's see, we have a Qunari buckler, which I cannot use because, well, I can use it, but I'm a two-handed weapon person. We have a hatchet, a hatchet, and then we already have the barbarian axe, and then the greatsword. Now let's see. I don't know. I'm not going to use one-handed. I'm going to destroy it. Nothing. So I just destroyed it for nothing. Okay, cool. That was bullshit. Oh shit. Upgrades. That's right. So that's how you crafted armor. Here you can modify your weapon. Like I said, okay, so holy shit. That is the Barbarian Lord Maul. That looks sick as shit. It literally is just a freaking skull with spikes. That's pretty badass. It'll tell you if it has upgrades or not. Speaking of which, you go to modify armor. I'll select that. Heavy arms, and boom. Now I have +3 to melee defense, 3% to melee defense, and confirm that. Now boom, I have one of the upgrades on. Now you can upgrade anything at any time. It's you just need to find the schematics or the upgrades. So as you can tell, all I have left to do is my heavy legs. But at any time, if I find a better upgrade for arms, then I can do that. Go over here, craft weapons. I can craft a Ferelden sword, which I will do. Alright, same thing as with the armor. I'm going to put in 8 orcs and 8 summer craft. Boom. I now have a crushing greatsword. You can rename it. You can rename this into whatever you want. You can rename this into a Buster Blade if you wanted to, if you're Final Fantasy, or name it, Cleaver of Two, Splitter of Men, whatever you want. The choice is up to you. Now, go to our inventory. Oh shit, that's the quest map. Inventory. Now let's see. By all means, the crushing greatsword does 8 more than the barbarian battle axe, and I'd have is a plus 12% to guard damage bonus. Does a 69? It's a 69 AOE damage compared to the 62 that I had. I could put a rune on the battle axe, but with this one, I can put a new grip, I can put a new pommel, and I can put a rune. So we'll go ahead and equip that, because eventually when we get to level 4, we're gonna put this one on. Because then now you can see again, it'll show you the weapon and what it looks like. So now I now have my greatsword. So we're gonna go now and do the fulfilling requisition, but first we're going to talk to the rest of the people. We'll talk to Cassandra first. I'm a rogue, I will steal. Another. Okay, glad I did this. Oops. Don't do that. Okay, let's say you guys are in there and you find a staff. You, as a warrior, cannot use this staff. It is only for mages. However, you do have a mage in your party. And what's good about this game is you can upgrade their weaponry too. Yes. If we switch from the Acolyte Ice Staff to the Witch Ice Staff, yes, I'm losing that plus 11% barrier damage bonus, but I'm adding plus 5 to magic and adding 26 more cold damage than 17. It's also doing 14 more DPS damage. So, you know, again, he's our mage. He's very squishy. So whatever I can do to get him less squishy. You also have armor that you could give him if, you know, it works. Defender coat only works for warriors, but down the road you can find him, you know, find them, you know, really good armor and all that. So these were these, like I said, the schematics and stuff. It'll tell you what you need. You need 8 metal. All in all, you need 14 metal. 8 for damage, 6 for offensive. Armor, same thing. You need 9 cloth for the armor, 4 leather for the defense. And these are just valuables that you can find. You can sell for gold, what have you. These are crafting materials that, you know, you can use, like I said, when it comes to cloth or anything else. You have all this you can use for potions, for, you know, just crafting. This game literally is literally just, you go out there, you find it, you know.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
Isn't it a bit late to worry about it now?
We have only just begun. My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail.
So that's a very good point.
But I misjudged
Very
you
good
in the
point.
beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
I believe he exists.
You do? I'm surprised, but I suppose it's comforting. Surely the Maker put us both on this path for a reason. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
I like that. I played that part instead of, you know, I'm Kunari or anything else that just disproves it. Regardless of what race you are, there is a Maker. Somebody created you. Somebody created your class. You know, I mean, your race. You know, to say that, oh no, I don't believe in the Maker, or I don't believe in this. It's like, you know, there is a Maker. You know, whatever you call it is one different thing. And that's where I believe I wish a lot of religion would just step back and look. It doesn't matter what you call it. I mean, they're all almost the same. I mean, each religion has their own set person that said created the world. But does it really matter what we call them? Maker, God, whatever. Does it really matter in the end? And who we decide whose religion is wrong? But this is something that actually, this would be perfect to go talk to Liliana right now. Because her little side thing is very in-depth. And I like it. It kind of gives that side of confusion to what do we all believe. Like the testament of... You'll see.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game? How is this a game? Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke? I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you. You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die. Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing. Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it. No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
I love games like this that even in the game itself, it puts out a message. It's a subtle one, but if you choose to listen to it, you find it. It's just one of those things that you really need to look into when it comes to things in life. Don't take everything by face value. Anyway, so we're doing the mission for the apothecary. To get this guy's his master's notes. That codex that you saw. My compass is pulsating. If you click left 3 the joystick again. PS4, It could be the same for Xbox One. It could be different, but if you click, it'll show you where you're supposed to go, to where to find this. You just follow the arrow and it vibrates, and once you get to where you're supposed to be, you click it, boom. You just now found what you're supposed to find. I'm surprised there's no other chest in here. Alright, so now the other thing we're going to do is we're going to collect some iron. These little brown things here on the side of rocks, that's iron. You want to grab this. We need to get 5. And we got 5. Yeah. Now we're going to go find a logging site, so they can collect lumber and do stuff. Because what good is iron if you don't have the wood to make your weapons? Keep you here. Always collect iron. You know, even if you have enough to fulfill your mission and you've run across more, grab it. It will come into play later. Don't just simply be, hey, I got all the iron I need for the mission, I'm done. No, collect the iron, because eventually you're going to need it, like I showed you. The crafting aspect is really in depth. It's not confusingly in depth. It's relatively simple. You need metal. Doesn't care what kind of metal, but whatever metal you put in is what you'll get out of the weapon. So if you want a good if you want good weapons and a strong standing weapon, you want to put in strong, sturdy metal. Here's a logging site, and it is ours. I have claimed the logging site. So, yeah. And in different areas, you'll get different different metals. Like if you go to the hinterlands, you'll get more oryx and drake stones. And again, better the metal, better the weapon. And in some cases, if you use better metal for the attack, the more damage your sword will do, or axe, or whatever your schematic calls for. I have yet to come across something like if most people play Skyrim, where if you carry too much, you become cumbersome and you can't move. I have yet to come across that. Don't know if that is a dynamic that it's in this game. Surely I think it is, but I believe that, you know, it could be something along that nature, but I have yet to come across it. So I don't want to say that there isn't this, for I do not know. But again, I mean, if you guys find out that there is, like you play this and you find like, oh shit, there is a weight limit and everything else, then, you know, go ahead and let me know. Let me know what you find. Let me know what the weight limit actually is. I would be very interested in figuring out what this, you know, limit is, and being careful not to obtain it.
You're back, and in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Word.
Farewell.
Alright, so there you go. Now, let's see if we can actually craft some of these. So I can do that one.
Perhaps another time.
Potions. Alright, so you can do research on these too. Oh shit. Again, this is what it means by when you find things. Like I said, I need 29 elf root and 1 dawn lotus to make this potion. I only have 3 elf root and 1 dawn lotus, but you know, it's you're gonna. I can make grenades. That's funny. Here's the holy hand grenade. You must count to 3. In release. If you count to 2, that is too short. You count to 4, that is too far. You must count to 3. 3 is the number. I believe that's how it went. You might know about the Monty Python, the Holy Grail, the Holy Hand Grenade. That's what I'm trying to quote. I believe the number was 3. Was it 3? I want to say 3 or 5. Yeah. Not 100% sure which one's which, but I want to say 3.
The Inquisition cannot remain oppressive if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Adar, this is Marquis Durelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. How's Durelion lend Justinia this land for pilgrimage? This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montague. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite our Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Yeah, we got a giant freaking hole in the sky. Property dispute, my ass.
His Grace was all bluster then.
Even should he leave, the Marquis will share his thoughts on us upon his return to Val Royeaux. Every guest we receive, and we will receive them, will spread the Inquisition story. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
If every noble wandering by is as stubborn as the Marquis, what good is talking to them?
Every kingdom is subject to its lords. The Inquisition will require their goodwill to survive. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us.
You can't use magic, but you're still a danger to people?
Along with the Tranquil to protect
Well, I guess so. We learned anything from Harry Potter.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
I'm still figuring out who the Tranquil is.
We will study that. If you find anything, please bring it in. If you find anything, please bring it in.
Ooh, go for. Use that barbarian maul. Alright, so those missions that we did, that you saw that I sent people out on, each one had a time limit. So, like these two.
You were saying something about Cullen?
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
So, again, I sent her people out to this mission. The Inquisition emissaries were a welcome addition to our vigil. As a token of my thanks, I am sending Ferelden arms for your troops. May the Maker grant you never use them. So as a reward, I now got the Ferelden Captain Longsword, which won't benefit me, but it would benefit Cassandra because she uses longswords. So I accept that report. Addresses a nobleman's concern. Colin did this one. I am to understand you are in charge of soldiers trampling on my land, on my lawns, providing food and refuge to the scramble of filth burrowing into my land. A plague on you, sir, for spitting in the face of honest petitioners, for taking advantage of my distress. Did my wretched neighbor Banthrath whispered in your ear, tell me what he paid you so that I may at least know the price of treachery, sir. My only consolation is that few of the rank and file have gone to join your farce of an Inquisition. So, we got some influence, but again, these are noblemen, so it's not like, we could, do anything about that. So.
At your service.
It's really. So, but every time you send one of those out, it'll come back, like I said, with this. It's in progress. It has about 15 minutes. So in about 15 minutes, it'll come back. This one's in progress. It's almost done in about less than 10 minutes. Tell me if I got any coins or not. But this is essentially your key area distributing troops and what your plan and your mission is. So, like I said, we got 60 influence. To get to level 2, we need 1,000. I'm at 490. So, but we did level up. So we now get to, shit. So we now get to spend another point. Now I can do flow of battle. Every critical hit reduces the cooldown times on your abilities, giving you the edge to finish off your enemy. Or I can do shield breaker, which is your critical hits crack armor and rend shields, sundering your enemy's armor for a short time. It's 6 seconds armor reduction by 20%. This one's a cooldown reduction of 1 second. So it's, you know, I think this one, no, this one would be better. Simply for the fact that all my abilities then will have a 1 second cooldown. You know, every critical reduces, you know, reduces my cooldown. So I think that would be better than destroy. Well, it's still important, so maybe level 5. I'll put one into that. But for right now, I think that one would be better, so that my block, my chain, and my pummel will be good. The rest of them don't have any points to spare yet. So now, okay, let's go to inventory. Like I said, I acquired the armor. I now can use that monstrosity, but of course we're going to. Ooh, I got a claymore. That's still decent. Alright, so the Ferelden Longsword. That's what the Ferelden Longsword sword looks like. Go to Cassandra. That sword is as tall as her. How the hell will she be able to use that? Let me just look at that one. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. She currently has the Inquisition Longsword. Yeah, it's 48 DPS compared to the 67. Now, I can give her this. It gives her that 67 DPS over the 48, the 60 damage over the 43 damage. However, her attack goes down by 1%, going from a 4 to a 3. So, do I want her to see? That's the trick here. Is I want her to do more damage, but she'll be doing 1% less than if she had that. I mean, why not? Let's do it. I mean, she loses about 1%. 1% is not that much of a big difference for me. Alright, so again, if you get when you get armor, make sure we look at, you know, always look at the details of it, because again, like I said, the intense death root Vitar is restriction. It's only Qunari trained only, so only a Qunari can wear this. Same as how, if I can find one. There's another one that you'll get later on down the road that is only Dwarven trained, only human trained. You know, it'll give you that restrictions. And see, if I could do that, my damage goes up, and I go from a common to a rare. Plus, I get +2 to my Constitution, 6 plus critical damage. So I think I'll do that because it gives me my critical. And now I have paper. I have yellow face. You know, this whole, it's an amazing, that thing looks godly. Like, just sheer fact that it's a mall, and it's as simple, it's just a freaking skull with spike wrappings. Alright, I'm gonna sell some stuff, see what I can sell some stuff. Yeah, so this is a good game so far from what I've seen. This is something that I believe each person could enjoy. It's a different flavoring for each people. You know, no matter what you do, no matter what you play, how your play type is, it's something for everybody.
Thank you for your kind words.
Easily given. Our fate is quite literally in your hands, from what I hear.
You don't have to be so nice about it.
For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Ooh, barbarian mode. That's not gonna do half as good damage as my the one I have now. So you, so you, so you. You. Oh, okay. You. I think that's it. That's all I wanted. Alright, I think the Smith had a good one. That was like 350 gold. As some of you said, I like battle axes and mauls. I think they're better, and they're better than great swords. Me personally, you know, you don't have to agree or anything. Like I said, I think this is just an amazing game where you can do pretty much anything that you want. Like it. I mean, you make your character. You know, you have the missions and stuff, but you literally can make what people think of you. It's kind of like Fable, and for those who played the original Dragon Age, well, the first Dragon Age, it's one of those games where, you know, it's just you. Yeah, it's one of those. Just go with it. You want your rogue to be a royal ass? Make your rogue a royal ass. Make your mage a royal snob. Say, hey, I got magic. Fuck you. Alright, so gather coin. We got one short of 900. One short. Couldn't go that little bit effort. Our efforts bore fruit. A portion of the profits will be passed to you. Use it wisely, Harold. What'd you do to give me one more? Alright, so That's still in progress. I need power. Alright, so we're gonna go scout the. We're gonna go to the. We will now go. Okay, so when you go to a different place, I think this will grow as here. You can choose who you want to go with you as a party member, and at camps you get to choose again. So I like to take all of them. If I have three party members and I have 3 available slots, I'm taking all 3. Safety in numbers. And again, I mean, you're building them up to help you, so why not take them? I mean, shit. I'm making Varric my support range guy. Why not bring him with me? It's always good to have a mage at your side. As you're going into an area.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. They might not know much about the Qunari, but you'll get no backtalk from anyone here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and...
Mm-hmm.
No, never mind.
Ugh.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Aye. I get to see this mall in action. Yeah, like I said, you make camps. You get this little horn. You can change your party. You can remove them or add. Good job, guys. Just stand there. Good job. Do me proud. Kevin, raid it. I'm going to steal all your shit. Round shield schematic. That's pretty good. No, read. No, that means a mission. No. I probably should do it. I'll do that later.
Mother Giselle ought to be around here somewhere.
Iron.
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Like I said, like the chain, this is amazing because Scorpion.
Oh, we are not apostates.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
This thing was house. Come here, you. Get over here. Yeah.
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Be ready. More coming our way.
Bring them.
That's the end of it.
And that maw is just something fierce. 114.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Is that why you asked for me? The Chantry has already...
I know what they've done.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
You want me to appeal to them?
If I thought you were incapable, I wouldn't suggest it.
Will they even listen?
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Alright, so we got Mother Giselle to go there. Awesome. Awesome.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Yes, we shall. But that will be for another time. Yep, we're just gonna do this. Boop. Boop. Alrighty. So next time, hopefully the next stream will be the continuation of Hera and her story. Like you heard Cassandra, we're gonna go to Corporal Vale. We're gonna go find Master Denon, and then we got a lot more stuff. Like even my previous two characters that are level 5 almost, I am still nowhere near done with the hinterlands, and there's a lot to do in here, the hinterlands. So a good portion of another stream will just be us completing missions here in the hinterlands. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, it's a great game. You guys can do so much with it. It is one of those games of it's purely on you. It's purely what you wish to play as. It's purely how you want to see your character develop and how you want people to see your character as in the game. It doesn't necessarily always show it, but again, it shows over there that if you want everybody to approve of what you do and say, go for it. If you don't want, if you don't care if they approve or not, you can do that. This game leaves you with so much freedom to do that, and it's an open world, almost open world exploration game where yes, you have the missions, but you can go offside and explore and do all this, talk to people, interact with the environment. But if you're looking for a good fantasy game, I would recommend this Dragon Age and then Dragon Age Inquisition. The only downside is you have Rogue, Warrior, or Mage, and you got 4 classes. You got 4 races. But with those classes of Rogue, Dual Wield, Rogue, Archer, Rogue, Warrior, Two-Handed, Warrior, Sword and Shield, and Mage, you can expand on what kind of warrior, what kind of rogue, what kind of mage you really want to set yourself to be about. So there's so much you can do. There's so much exploration and stuff. Like I said, we've only adapted with Hera's story at level 4. We are still vastly still in the beginning part of this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you see so far. Hey, didn't get much people. Hopefully, maybe next time we'll get a lot more people to go on and watch. But hey, I hope whoever happens to see this, I haven't is broadcasting live, but I also have it on my Twitch as a recording. So if that's didn't happen to come see it, you can still at least watch it on my Twitch. I may try to post this on YouTube on my channel. So go over there. But for now, we'll call it quits for tonight. Maybe tomorrow night I will try continue the stream again, do it late night hours when everything's died down. But thanks for being a part of this, and I know if you weren't here to see it live, thank you for at least going to my Twitch and watching it. It really matters. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. This is something I'm trying out, and maybe we can make that I can make this channel into something great with a vast variety of games. Like, once I get my PSN back online, I'm gonna jump back into play more Elder Scrolls Online, so you guys can see more of that. Planning on getting Morrowind for it, so look for more content from me. So till then, I will see y'all later. Thanks again.